Hi. So today I want to talk about fear and what fear does to you. And I'm going to be referring to not only scripture where God talks about that, but also a book called Who Switched Off My Brain. And it's by Dr. Carolyn Leaf. She is an expert on the brain, and she's also a Christian and has been researching for well over 25 years about the brain. And so I just want to share some information that I've learned, and I just really hope that it'll encourage you. Out of Proverbs 17:22, a merry heart does good like medicine, but a broken spirit dries the bones. And I know when I first read that, I didn't really understand it. I mean, I kind of am a pretty positive person in the first place, and I like having fun and I like making people laugh. But I didn't realize that negative thoughts, which we can hide really easily, suppress those things, can actually be detrimental. And in Dr. Carolyn's book, Who Switched Off My Brain, she has researched that 87% of illness can be attributed to our thought life, and approximately 13% is diet, genetics, and environment. And studies conclusively link more chronic disease, now called lifestyle disease, are an epidemic because of toxic emotions in our culture. And this is really playing out a lot right now, I think, with the way we're buying into a lot of the media scares and things that are just coming at us like never before. We're exposed to so many more bits of information on our phone, on the television, on the radio, social media, all the different avenues, right? And it can be really detrimental, and it can leave people in a state of fear. And God talks many, many times in the Bible about do not fear, do not be afraid, and be anxious for nothing, and don't worry. And there's a purpose for that, because we're to trust our Creator. And it's kind of crazy in this book. It's so informative. I would definitely recommend you get it. It shows that research talks about fear triggers, that fear triggers more than 1,400 physical and chemical responses and activates more than 30 different hormones and neurotransmitters. So our negative thoughts do a lot of damage, and not only inside bitterness, anger, resentment. You know, a lot of times people hold on to unforgiveness and bitterness and not even realize that it's hurting them more than it hurts the other person, because I guarantee you they're not thinking about us if we're holding on to bitterness or unforgiveness. And so I just want to encourage you that be mindful of the things that you're thinking about, not just saying, but even thinking about, keeping your mind on things that are pure, true, praiseworthy, noble, of good report. Think on those things, meditate on those things, and your whole outlook on life will be so much better. God said these things in His Word for our betterment, not just to be a killjoy. God is not a killjoy. He has our best interest in His heart towards us. So just want to encourage you that if you haven't read Who Switched Off My Brain by Carolyn Leaf, it's a great book. Of course, the Bible is always first. If you're not doing that, I'd recommend you do that first. Okay? Have a great day.